Hello everyone and welcome to Unit 2 of Methodology, Theories and Strategies. This is a short video where I'm going to introduce the unit, what we're going to be doing in the next month, and tell you how this is related to the previous unit. The name of this unit is Communicative Language Teaching in the Post-Method Era. Already we have seen some of the principles, the key principles that underlie communicative language teaching. We also saw in Unit 1 that methodology is everything that has to do with practices, how to teach in the classroom. So we're going to see what actually happens in the classrooms, in our context that we know. What do people perceive as teachers, as their methodology? Because it's not just about applying principles of communicative language teaching. It also has to do with our context, our constraints, our beliefs, and where beliefs about where we want to take our students, why are we teachers, what is it that we want to teach besides just the language. So we're going to start looking at those other principles that operate in our teaching practices. What are we going to cover in this unit? We're going to be covering the concept of situated methodology. This was something done, you are going to see this the other way around, something done by students in previous years. Situated methodologies is a methodology designed by teachers based on their own teaching and answers the question, how are my students likely to learn best? We're going to explore that in our first session, and then we're going to move to the concept of post-method, which was designed or came up by Kumarabadi-Velu, and we're going to be looking at the macro strategies, which are other principles that teachers and other decisions that teachers make on a weekly basis, on a regular basis in their teaching practices. So for that, we're going to be, of course, not looking at the whole book, but we're going to be looking at the 8 macro strategies that Kumarabadi-Velu supports or suggests, and we're also going to be looking at those through an article, and also we're going to be reading an article about situated methodologies. What questions do we want to answer here? Basically, I think the most important one is, what are the practicalities of applying communicative language teaching in our context, and what are the other strategies and other principles that operate in teaching practices? We have to understand that teaching is based on principles, and those principles are very diverse, and many of them, which are the, let's say, linguistic ones, most likely will come from communicative language teaching, which we have already seen. But we need to connect those to actually what happens in all the different contexts. So welcome, and let's continue with the first session.